Hello Warframe, Syndicate followers. This is my video for Rhino, which per requested by one of the followers. And I'm going to be showing off the way his mods can work together, or his abilities can work together, and his modding. First I'll show off mods I have so far. On configuration A, I have more of a team-based setup for his roar to increase damage for all allies. Configuration C is for more of his solo play, specifically targeted towards his iron skin. And on configuration B is sort of a middle ground with as few special mods as I could put together. And this setup is between his roar and iron skin, for if you're still that solo player but you want to have a little extra damage. So let's try configuration A first. Get that energy. Alright, so let's throw out a heavy gunner. First I'll show off that it can be a little tough how it is without roar. And as you can see, wasn't really able to kill him. Let's simulate another. And now I'll put on roar. And he went down like butter. And I have my roar set up to where it's almost about a minute long with the current mod setup. So let's go to configurations to show up how we can get that ferrite armor going on iron skin. Something interesting about the iron skin is sometimes you can maybe think about casting it when you're in the room instead of before the room, because where you can see where my shield is, there's a 5-second delay during the armor for whatever damage you take. It is given to the armor, causing it to be a little stronger. Now, yes, this heavy gunner is sort of still eating through it, but you wouldn't be standing in front of him when doing this. You'd want to try to still keep cover between you and him. Yeah. So let's go back to my configuration A to show off how a duration build can definitely help with crowd control. If you get that Rhino Stomp, and now these guys are your own personal pinatas. And let's say you've got more people with you. These guys would already be dead. And another favorite would be just knock them away. The great thing I like about these kind of abilities is it doesn't matter the enemy level. They'll get knocked over. Let's show something off with how his innate ability he has. Yeah, which was demonstrated there well. The knockdown he has, which used to only be a mod that you would have to throw on, but now you can have just as much fun with it on Rhino, which can become quite useful. Let's get back on. His Rhino charge will be affected by power range, but depending on your build and playstyle, probably wouldn't be throwing range mods on. Though for a team-based build, you might throw on range to help with the roar. And it can be a great traversal tool. Once you learn how to use it effectively. And configuration B, sort of the middle ground, as you'll see on them. On this one, we've got almost a minute duration on our roar. The ferrite armor for Iron Skin is at 3,300. And if we switch to this one, ferrite armor is at 5,400, but you don't nearly have as much duration for roar. So if we go to B, we sort of have our middle ground. We've got a little more ferrite armor, 10 or so seconds shaved off of duration on roar, but it can be a nice mix for you. And this doesn't have to be a solo play. It can still be as deadly. And the great thing about Stomp, that if the enemies are not of sufficient level, they can be killed by it. And of course anything that isn't killed by it is stuck up in the air for a while. Let's check out the distance here. Is it about 20 meters? Let's try 25 meters. 20. So without any range mods, the Rhino Stomp is about 20 meters from your target. Hello, where'd you go? Say about that wall got in the way. Say about 10 to 15 meters. Yeah, 15 meters on Rhino charge without a range mod. So from what I've gathered, no matter what playstyle you decide for him, each of his abilities are quite fun. Can be very useful either solo or team play. Well, thank you for watching. I hope any of these builds help you, so you can deal with some of those enemies that have been annoying you lately.